Okay. So we're back. And, we just can't get enough of this upsale AI stuff. Last time, we were taking a look at their business model. And I think this time we need to get way more in the weeds for you listening at home.
I agree.
Yeah, this time I want to understand how exactly they plan to bring this pre-call AI to market. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah.
So how are they going to get this in the hands of customers?
Let's do it.
What's their strategy there?
So we got their business plan, we got all their qualification process stuff, which is super interesting.
Okay.
And of course, everything about the Never Lose a Lead Again offer.
Yeah, which is very Hormozy style.
It is.
It is, right? Like when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is interesting. So, okay, why don't we just jump right into that business plan? Because one of the things that really stood out to me was their positioning in the market. They're not just a pure play SaaS company, right?
Yeah, they're kind of this hybrid model.
Yeah.
They are a SaaS company, they're offering a platform, but they're also an AI services company.
Right.
Right, they're combining that. And all of this is to automate sales engagement.
And I think that's what's really interesting is it's not just about, oh, we're giving you the software and then good luck figuring it out. They really seem to be focused on, okay, we're giving you the software and we're going to make sure that you're actually getting results.
Absolutely. And pre-call AI itself isn't just, a phone call thing.
Right. Is it omni-channel?
It's omni-channel. Yeah.
Okay.
So AI-powered platform.
Yeah.
Handling all your leads across voice, SMS, email, and WhatsApp.
Okay, got it.
So very, very robust.
And they're not trying to be everything to everyone right out of the gate, are they? They have a very specific target.
Yeah, their initial focus is B2B SaaS.
Okay.
They want to, really concentrate on that area and kind of build up from there.
Makes sense.
So, that seems to be their niche.
And how they actually make money, it mirrors that hybrid approach, right? It's not just, oh, hey, here's your monthly SaaS fee and we're good.
Right. It's pretty cool, actually, the way they're doing it. So they use these paid pilot programs.
Okay.
So a company invests in a pilot. They see that the AI can actually work and get some results, hopefully.
Yeah.
And then that kind of transitions into a recurring SaaS subscription.
Okay.
But on top of that, they have usage-based pricing for the AI.
Okay.
So you know how many calls are handled or SMS messages sent?
So they really are tying what they make to the value the customer receives.
Exactly.
Okay.
Very transparent, I think, as well.
Yeah, that's great. So, okay, you've got the revenue model. You've got this platform that can do all these different channels. So how are they actually reaching those customers?
So it's a two-pronged approach.
Okay.
Paid pilot programs for direct customer acquisition. That's like number one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then exclusive white label partners.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So they're able to scale up a lot quicker without needing to build a huge sales organization.
Got it. So using partners to amplify. Okay. And I thought it was really interesting. I mean, one of the things that stood out to me about their business plan was the team they've assembled.
Yeah, very interesting synergy going on there.
Yeah.
So they got UpsaleAI, and they have all this SaaS and RevOps experience.
Right. They know the sales process.
They understand it very, very well.
Yeah.
But then they partnered up with this company called EMS,
Okay.
Engineer Master Solution,
Okay.
and they're handling the AI engineering team.
Got it.
So UpsaleAI focuses on the business side.
Yeah.
EMS focuses on the tech side.
And this EMS, is it a separate company or are they a part of UpsaleAI?
No, it's a completely separate company.
Okay, so they're partnering.
Yeah, it's a strategic partnership.
Got it.
And I think that's a huge advantage to have that domain knowledge and then the engineering capabilities.
I mean, it sounds like a real powerhouse.
For sure.
Okay, so we've got the business plan, we've got this platform that can do all these different channels, but how are they actually figuring out who the right fit is for pre-call AI?
So their qualification process, it's really interesting.
Yeah.
They have this mantra, disqualify to multiply.
Okay, I like that.
Which is all about qualifying for fit, not just interest.
Right.
Time is their most valuable asset.
Okay, so talk to me about that, because I'm sure people listening at home like myself we want to know, okay, what is a good fit lead?
Yeah, so a good fit lead is someone who takes action, fills out forms, schedules calls.
Okay.
They fit their ideal customer profile, which is B2, BSaaS, e-commerce, real estate pro services.
Got it.
They want AI automation. They're open to done-for-you setup.
Okay.
They have budget or urgency. They're ready to move now.
Okay.
They understand compliance, and they have or are building a sales team.
Okay. That's
Second.
a pretty specific profile.
It is, yeah.
And I think that's really interesting because it really shows you they're not just trying to get everybody and anybody, they're trying to get the right people.
Yeah, they don't want to waste their time, and they don't want to waste other people's time.
So who do they disqualify? Like, who are the red flags?
There's a few. So anyone who's non-compliant,
Yeah.
like if you're asking about, cold scraping leads,
Right.
that's an automatic no.
Yeah.
They call them demo surfers.
Okay.
These are people that just browse around. They don't really have any intention of buying.
Yeah. They just want to see the new shiny thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then tech-skeptical buyers, solo consultants without a sales process, anyone unwilling to commit to set up unclear authority.
Yeah.
All those are like immediate disqualifications.
Got it.
They want to work with people who are serious.
Yeah. Okay, so disqualify to multiply. I love that. But how does that actually play out in their day-to-day, So what does their qualification process actually look like?
Yeah, so a prospect would fill out a form on their website or schedule a call using something like Calendly.
Okay.
And then there's the 7-day AI sales assistant test drive.
Okay, so this is not like, hey, look at this PowerPoint presentation.
No, this is an actual deployment.
Okay, so you actually get to use it.
Yeah, it's limited in time, but you get to use it.
Okay.
And then they also have a paid pilot as the final filter.
Okay, so walk me through each of those steps because I think that's really interesting. So the first thing they do is someone expresses interest of the breaches. They fill out a form.
Right.
Or they book a call.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Then if they qualify, then they get this 7-day test drive
Okay.
of the AI sales assistant.
So they're not just like, hey, good luck, figure it out.
Right. It's a guided process.
Okay.
And that's really important because they want to make sure that people are actually using it correctly.
Right. So they're successful in that 7-day period.
Exactly.
Got it. And
Right.
then after that, what happens?
Then they have the option to move to a paid pilot.
Okay.
And that's where they really get to, kind of dive in and really see the results.
Now, is everybody offered that paid pilot, or is that just for the people that they really think are a good fit?
I think it's offered to everyone who completes the 7-day trial.
Okay.
But obviously, they're looking for those people who are really engaged and who are really seeing the value.
And I imagine they're responding to everybody that comes through, even if it's just to say, hey, you know what, right now you're not a good fit.
Yeah, absolutely. No lead should be ignored.
Okay.
That's their motto.
Now, what are some of the things that their sales team actually says, during these conversations to really kind of drive home this point?
I mean, one of the big ones is they say, we don't do demos, we do deployments.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, right. It sets the expectation immediately. We're not just going to show you some slides. We're going to actually give you a working solution.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that compliance is super important to them.
Right.
You have to use the AI assistant for the whole 7 days.
So you really get a feel for how it actually works.
Exactly.
Okay, so very intentional about who they work with. Now let's talk about this never lose a lead again offer.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
So what is the big promise at the heart of this never lose a lead again offer? What is that thing that they're saying, hey, this is what you're going to get?
AI books calls for you in 30 seconds.
Okay, so right to the point.
Right to the point.
That's great.
No missed leads, no ghosted follow-ups.
And I think a lot of sales teams struggle with that, right?
Absolutely.
You're so busy, you're trying to close deals, you're trying to do all these things, and then sometimes those leads just fall through the cracks.
All the time.
So how do they give you a chance to experience that promise before you actually commit?
So they got a 7-day free test drive.
Okay.
But there's a catch.
Okay.
It only starts after a white glove setup with an AI expert.
Oh, so they're actually helping you set it up.
Absolutely.
It's not just like, hey, here's the software, good luck.
Nope. They're going to make sure that it works,
Okay.
that it's tailored to your business.
And they keep saying pre-call AI, what is it?
It's their omni-channel AI sales platform.
Okay.
So it's everything, voice, SMS, email, WhatsApp, chatbots, all in one.
Okay, so during that 7-day free test drive, what are the things that you actually get to use? What do you get?
So you get an AI sales assistant.
Okay.
It's automated omni-channel. Yeah.
Pre-trained for specific industries, white glove setup, unlimited AI assistance, built-in compliance.
And all that's free for 7 days.
All free for 7 days.
That's a pretty good deal.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
But you do have to have a setup call to activate it.
Okay, so they're going to walk you through it.
Exactly.
Now, is this 7-day free test drive, is that available to everybody?
It's actually limited to only 20 businesses per month.
Okay, so they're creating a little bit of scarcity there.
Just a little bit.
To encourage you to act fast.
You got to get on it.
Good.
If you want it.
Okay, and they do talk a little bit about, pricing and membership options after that trial period.
Right, so after the 7 days, you're automatically moved to a basic pay-as-you-go plan.
Okay.
For voice and SMS.
Got it.
But they do offer standard and premium monthly plans
Yeah.
with additional features like chatbots and CRM synchronization.
Okay.
And then there's an enterprise option for the big dogs.
So they really have a plan for everybody.
They do, no matter what size business you are.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Okay, and then there's this whole why now section.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
Why should you do this right now? Why not wait?
Well, they say AI pricing is probably going to go up.
Makes sense.
You know, the cost of everything's going up. So
Yeah.
get in early while it's still affordable.
Yeah, lock in that price.
Yeah. And there's also the first mover advantage.
Right. You can get ahead of your competitors.
Exactly.
If you're using AI and they're not, you have a leg up.
And of course, the limited setup calls.
Right. Got to act fast.
You snooze, you lose.
So what are they saying is like why this is a no-brainer? Like what are those things that they list that make this such a compelling offer?
So it's 100% done-for-you setup, 7-day risk-free trial, full omni-channel automation, no-code deployment.
I love that you don't have to be a coder.
Right.
You don't have to know how to program.
Yeah, anyone can use it.
Okay.
Built for fast-moving sales teams' limited setup spots.
Again with the scarcity.
You got to create that urgency.
Yeah.
And transparent usage pricing after trial.
So no hidden fees.
No surprises.
Okay, so they're being very upfront about everything.
They are.
So I think for you listening at home, it really sounds like they've got a good plan in place.
Yeah.
They've thought this through, and it's not just about the technology.
Absolutely.
It's about understanding the customer, understanding the sales process.
Right, and this never lose a lead again offer. I think it's very clever.
Yeah.
It's very compelling.
And for the listener, you know, think about it this way. As AI becomes more and more a part of how we sell things, how could adopting a platform like Pre-Call AI early on really give you an edge over your competition?
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You get a free trial, you get some help setting it up, you see if it works for you.
And it could really transform how you manage those leads.
Oh, absolutely.
Because let's be honest, nobody wants to lose a lead.
No one.
So if you're interested in learning more about UpsaleAI and Pre-Call AI, definitely check out their website. They've got a lot of great information on there.
Absolutely.
And we'll put all the links in the show notes for you as always.
Always.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. It's been a lot of fun.
I agree. Very insightful.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See you then.